back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a little tutorial on how I do my eyebrows. So I haven't got much of an eyebrow at all, but I've had quite a few people comment on my eyebrows on Instagram and on YouTube saying that, you know, my eyebrows look really nice, they always look really even. They're really not. It is all makeup, but I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows today. So these are my eyebrows. I've tinted them recently, but it's starting to wear off now. But yeah, as you can see, there's not much shape to them. There's not much to them at all. I don't get any growth here because of medication. So I have lost my growth just here. So I've got, I think, 2 hairs just there. So I'm going to kind of try and mimic the hairs that grow there and just try and get a bit of shape and fill them out a bit. So the products that I use are the Pink Honey Brow Glue. This is the Cola Cubes one. It's got a very subtle brown tint to it. And the P.Louise, I've just gone on to this one since going blonde again. This is the P.Louise Oh So Browtiful. And I've got this in the shade, I believe it's Hazelnut Latte. It's a very pale brown with a really skinny nib. And then just for the front of my brows, although this doesn't always go to plan, but I use the Lottie London Arch Rival. And this one, yeah, this is in cool brown. I've shown this before, but it's kind of got little prongs on it, so you can do that like microblading look. Right, so I'm going to show you on this brow. This is actually my worst brow to do, so I'm challenging myself here. But the first thing I do is just brush it out. So just taking a spoolie, I just try and brush, because as I say, I've got no growth here, so I try and brush towards that. And then up. It was kind of up, but over slightly. And then here, I'm just going to arch that down. So I kind of get a rough shape doing it like that. Then I take my brow glue. So this is, as I say, the Pink Honey one. And most people spray the brush. It's completely up to you what you do. I think you're supposed to spray the brush, but I just prefer to spray it straight into the brow glue. So you just use whatever setting spray. This is just a Primark one. And then I just give it a couple of sprays. Just grab a spoolie. This is just the end of another brow pencil, and just kind of wiggle it in. There's a little hole in the middle. I'll just wiggle it in there. Get it nice and coated. And then I start doing exactly the same as what I just did. Oops, with the mirror the right way around. And yeah, so the same. So I'm brushing in. I kind of twirl it a little bit at the same time. And up. You just want to kind of play with them really and get them where you want them. And then just using my finger, I just kind of squish them down a bit. Yeah, kind of like that. So what I would normally do, I'm just showing you on the one brow today. So what I would normally do is let that set for 5 minutes while I carry on and do like my base makeup, but I've already done that. Yeah, and then I'll come back to it when it's completely dry. But yeah, you can already see the difference, that one looks so much fuller than that one already. And all I do is basically line where my brow should start and just do a straight line and then kind of curve it down where I want my arch. I mean, I do sometimes measure it. So if you want to measure it, you go from the corner of your nose to the inside of your eye and then up. And that is where your brow should start. So you can see there is quite a lot of brow hairs missing on mine. So kind of like that. then a straight line. And then down here, rather than doing another straight line, I kind of sketch it. So I'm kind of sketching brow hairs, but more in a downward motion. Like that. And then I'm just going to do a line at the top as well. So I don't go as far in as this. I just start where my actual brows are. And then when I get to the arch, I'm going to curve. Like that. And then where I've got my rough line, I'm just going to kind of fill in this gap here and then again just go down. Okay, right, so then on this bit I'm going up, so I'm going to not completely fill it in, but I'm going to go up. But then there are some gaps like just here where I'm going to kind of go across. Okay, so then on the front I'm going to use the same pencil and just do upward hair strokes. So then what I'm going to do next is just brush through them because they can look a bit clumpy at the moment. So I'm just going to take my spoolie again and just gently brush through them. So then I've got my sort of brow shape, and I'd like to think they look quite natural. They're obviously, you know, a lot bigger than my natural brow shape. Look at the difference. But then I'm just going to go over this bit here where I've kind of mapped it out already with my Arch Rival pen, and just very carefully just do a few hair strokes like that. And that is pretty much it. So that's all I do. But as you can see, the difference between that brow and that brow is like, you know, that's like two different faces. Yeah, so that takes me all of like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. And yeah, and it makes quite a bit of difference. Obviously, once the rest of my makeup's on, you'll see, you know, it all blends in. It looks quite like in your face at the moment, but it won't do once all the rest of my makeup's on. So I'm just going to go away and pop the rest of my makeup on, and then I'll show you when they're both done. Okay, so here is both eyebrows done, and obviously I've put the rest of my makeup on. I haven't actually put that much on today. All I've done is a bit of eyeliner, lashes and lippy. But yeah, they make such a difference. And although they're probably not perfect, I'm well aware that they're not absolutely perfect, but it's quite hard because, as I say, I don't have any growth at the front. And I do have one that's slightly thicker than the other, which is actually really quite annoying. This eyebrow is like my perfect brow. This one, not so much. But yeah, you do the best with what you've got. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. And, you know, if you can try it and it helps you out, then that's absolutely brilliant. So if you enjoyed watching this video, then please give me a thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.